With the US-China trade war rapidly heating up, causing economic turbulence all over the world, it all couldn't happen at a worse time for the Walt Disney Company as they contend with their own theme park wars down in Central Florida. Universal's Epic Universe is absolutely dominating social media feeds, and many are asking when Disney might respond and how. But perhaps the larger question at this time might be, can Walt Disney World even respond given their parent company's own economic issues? Let's talk about Disney's import problem, and if they're even able to respond to Epic Universe here on That Park Place. Talking about being excited for theme parks, here's the thing, folks. We haven't been all that excited for theme parks, at least when it comes to the Mouse House, because a lot of their decision making recently just hasn't been all that great. But fortunately, maybe their hands are tied, and maybe they'll be forced to decide thusly based on the economic issues around them. Here we go. This by WW Pro. Disney World's potential response to Epic Universe could be utterly crippled by Chinese tariff escalations, devastating the company. Yes. So this is very, very interesting. With the escalation tariffs and so forth, do the new economic investments that Disney wants to make out in Florida, does that become hampered in some way? Let's see. Universal Studios' new Epic Universe theme park is indeed incredible. It eclipses by far anything Disney has to offer, but thoughts that Disney could be building or begin building a response for the next 5 years may all but be dashed away by the new Chinese tariffs. For Bob Iger, it could be a devastating blow to his legacy. The recent escalation in tariffs between the United States and China poses significant challenges for companies like the Walt Disney Company, particularly concerning the expansion of maintenance and their domestic theme parks. The construction of even expansion of a new theme park assets domestically could likely lean heavily on Chinese imports, like ride systems, for example, or audio animatronics technologies, and all of that, setting aside Disney's complacent manner in which they've allowed their biggest competitor to outclass them in Orlando significantly without any immediate response. The Magic Kingdom now faces a possible reality in which they can't afford to even respond late. In contrast, Universal Studios' timely opening of Epic Universe theme park has fortuitously shielded it from financial strains. Indeed. And you can see right here the breakdown. I guess because of the tariff here, tariff there, it all amounts to what, 104%? Is that right, Culture?
Yes, 125% in tariffs, actually.
Oh,
the president upped it late yesterday and in the afternoon. And you know what? 90 days of pause for everybody but China. China, because of their, bucking the horse, they're in for a rougher ride. So we'll have to see what Xi does. The president said he and Xi are good friends. He likes him a lot. But we'll have to see how the negotiations go from there. But this is crazy.
Look, they're going to need a response to stuff like this that you're seeing on screen right now. At some point, the question really is, what should it be?
Do you know what the easy solution is for Disney? And you guys are going to know this. Theme park wizard's going to know this. Everybody that's a theme park person is going to know this. Mm-hmm. Don't build these attractions in Magic Kingdom. Stop downgrading Magic Kingdom.
Yeah.
Build a new park. If you have to have Radiator Springs Racers ripoff, put that in a new park. If you have to have a Villains Land, put it in a new park. And don't call it a land if it only has 2 attractions and one of them is show-based or what do they call it? Omni mover attraction. Mm-hmm. Stop. Just stop. Mm-hmm. Build real attractions. One of the worst decisions ever made was to limit the attractions to 2 in Pandora. Their Potter Swatter was nothing of the kind. There wasn't enough there. And while the land is somewhat immersive, although a lot of that immersion seems to have gone away with the, glow-in-the-dark paint at night and stuff like that. And, of course, the limited night hours. I don't know what the point was in the first place of investing that if you weren't going to have guests in over the evening at Animal Kingdom, but set that aside. They need more attractions. You can't compete with this. This is an attraction people are going to enjoy. Right. It looks like the night effects, the glow in the dark night effects and the LED lighting and everything, they actually work.
Yeah.
So it looks like, this is a winner. And how do you fix the problem, Disney? Instead of investing your money in Magic Kingdom and downgrading it, invest it in a 5th gate that you've needed since the conversation started in 2011. because that's when it started. 2011 through 2013, the park enthusiast boards were exploding with why are they not moving forward with the fifth gate? You know, why, you know, and it's like, it's not like they were using their money to build the parking garages for downtown Disney / Disney Springs.
You know what's really funny about it, Culture, is that Disney has the space to do it. Obviously, Universal didn't have the space to do it.
No,
they went out and had to acquire more space. They went out, they had to buy Wet and Wild and all these other locations and then wipe them out and clear the land in order to do it. Disney has ample open space to make this happen, and they just won't do it. Well, you could have taken every stupid announcement they made at that D23, which I'm officially just going to call D-Day, because it is the day that like Disney just announced we're going to destroy our theme parks,
and they did.
And so far, you could have taken those lands, all 5 of those lands that they like announced that day together. Could have been a fifth park. Could have been a fifth.
Yep. It's an astute observation, and the lack of ambition for Disney. I mean, it's coming to bite them in a big way, not just in the theme park market, but also with their Chinese tariff imports.
I don't know that it's a lack of ambition. I think it's Iger's, constant drive for more revenue, and the lack of creativity at the company. Name one current Imagineer that's qualified to do the job. Name one.
I mean,
it's not Bruce Vaughn. Bruce Vaughn has demonstrated a complete lack of creativity and know-how, and an incredible knack for wasting budgets, and not being able to deliver on promises. Project, Gamma Ray. That's not what it's called, but it's like, it was a disaster. It created the Hulk instead of creating, the beautiful theme park ideas that they had presented 4 more times. The last iteration that, Chapek was talking about was a complete disaster. D23 and Disney Expo, both of the events that are held every other year in different coasts, were incredibly disappointing to the theme park enthusiasts that used to go to those. I was one of those people, by the way. I was in the crowd every year, whether it be Florida or California. I stayed, in the Bay Lake Tower when I was in Florida. I stayed in the Grand Californian when I was in California. So those events were important. They were so central. I planned vacations around them. And every time I was going, since I would say 2018, I was disappointed. From that point forward, I'd been going for years before that when they were held. But from that point forward, I was disappointed every single time. So much so that I stopped going. And again, I mean, it's disgusting and disappointing, and I went on a rant. But when I look at the possibilities for Universal, which is, what we're doing here, they're incredible. And consider this: when Lockheed Martin is gone, Universal has all that land.
That's true. So they're not going to stop.
They're not. And Disney has put the brakes on everything. I mean, and the gift is... Go ahead.
It's only a matter of time before they acquire SeaWorld and turn that into something even bigger than it is now.
Oh, they have a lot of room to fix SeaWorld. It's just sad.
Thanks for watching That Park Plays News. For more information, consider checking out www.thatparkplace.com. And don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and send this out on your favorite social media accounts.